All right, hello YouTube. It's the chief executive officer of the More Knowledge Association, and I'm back with another YouTube video. As you can see, I'm wearing an Alabama shirt. So, everyone always commenting in the comment section. People say I'm a Alabama hater. I hate Alabama. No, I love Alabama. I love Alabama. I love everything about Alabama. I just hate the football team, and I think there's a lot of criminals. I think the Alabama football team is a criminal organization, and I think the University of Alabama is a criminal school. But besides that, I like the University of Alabama. All right, if we look past everything else behind it, it's a great campus. All right, I've been there a couple times. Had to do some conferences, some important stuff, and I've seen firsthand what goes on at the University of Alabama. But I wanted to wear the shirt to, I guess, bring up the subject of the University of Alabama, but talk about the fan base of the football team at the University of Alabama, and I just want to address these people because a lot of people just think that stuff like that is just sport. It's not very important, but it actually is very important. Because a lot of the ways the aliens try to defeat us, they do it through things that you probably wouldn't think. So when we think about how they control us, we may think like the we might think they try to control the government or the schools, and I talk about that too, but a big portion of this stuff comes from like something like a college football team, and how the type of culture they create amongst the fan base that is actually just as big of a deal as control over their stuff they do with elections and the government and all that type of stuff that most conspiracy theorists cover. Well, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm just, I just say common sense. Because a lot of this stuff is common sense. It doesn't take much deep thinking, all right? I can't even get a driver's permit yet, all right? I'm pretty young. So my brain is not fully developed, but I can still come up with these basic things because it doesn't take much deep thought to understand what's going on. But that shows how damaged people's brains are. People's brains are really damaged. Like, these guys have allowed their brains to just be destroyed. It's like, it's like you take a sword and then you just start cutting up the brain and then into like little pieces, and then it's like blood everywhere, but and it's just it's like a big blood clot. All right, yeah, you guys know what I mean. It's basically like someone just destroyed your brain, but I did not let them destroy my brain. So even though my brain is not fully developed, I can still understand very simple and basic stuff. But a lot of you guys your brain is slowly being destroyed, but it's okay because we can fix your brain. But an example of a group of people who have destroyed brains, well, not completely destroyed brains, because I don't think they're helpless, but the Alabama football fan base, or the Nick Saban cult, as I like to call it, these people have been hurt, and they are a good example of the type of world that we are coming into. A few years ago, it was like after an Alabama Ole Miss game, this guy got like his face split in half by an Alabama football fan for he was just walking down the street after the game. Then this Alabama football fan came up to him and just like literally like split his face in half. And that type of stuff is normal because that's what these people are. All right, and then you look at what the Alabama football team does, all the ways they've cheated, all the ways they've helped other people cheat, the recruiting practices they do, all of this stuff. I mean, they clearly they pay the players because no star player is going to want to come to Alabama. That's just a fact. No one wants to live in Alabama. I mean, I'm sure Alabama's a great state. You know, I know people who live in Alabama. They're great people. You know, they are wonderful people. In fact, I used to live in Alabama, and maybe I still do live in Alabama. But nobody really wants to live in Alabama. Like, you know, some people may try to act like they want to live in Alabama to show how, you know, cool they are or whatever. But I mean, you know, nobody really wants to live in Alabama. But the reason why Alabama gets so many top football players, because they do illegal criminal stuff, and yeah, 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 they do illegal criminal stuff. But the fans have been their brains have been so damaged by this entire organization, they can't pick up on this, and they call, what's his name, the coach. They call Nick Saban like this amazing coach, this amazing person, this great role model. Even though this guy's like a criminal kingpin or whatever you want to call it. This guy, he's a criminal. He's a pretty good criminal. All right, I respect you as a criminal. Well, I don't respect you as a criminal because you deserve to be behind bars. But I'm sure you're a great person. You know, I'm sure Nick Saban is a wonderful person, and he has to feed his family. He has to support his agenda. But you know, I understand people have to do what they have to do, but he's still the enemy. Like if I was playing a basketball game, I may not hate the other person I'm going up against, but he's still trying to make me lose. So I have to do what I got to do to defeat him. All right. So I don't hate Nick Saban. I don't hate the University of Alabama. I don't hate all the fans. I'm just saying that they are the enemy, but they don't have to be the enemy. All right. We need to educate some of these people. We need to dissect these organizations that have become extremely corrupt, these schools, these companies, and then take the bad parts out of them and keep the good parts and unite people. I mean, of course, not everyone is going to think the same about everything. Everyone's not supposed to think the same about it. If everyone thinks the same about every single issue, then that usually means that there's something wrong. Like someone is controlling things, okay? And that's not good. People should disagree, but people should unite under the same standards of what is acceptable. All right? And we don't have that. Because nowadays we don't have any standards. We let our universities, our sports teams get so corrupted, and we've accepted this, and these Alabama football fans are perfect examples of it. And if you really want to see firsthand, like, come to Alabama, come to the schools in Alabama, come see how these fans act. I mean, just come to an Alabama football game party where they're watching Alabama football. All right, go over to the Alabama football Instagram account and just scroll down the comment section. All right, and just see how these people are. All right, like, we need to start calling these people out. But I still want to support them. All right, I still want to support them because I don't believe that they're hopeless. So I'm still going to wear this shirt because I think that this is what we need to do. The aliens want this to be a violent revolution. They want this to become war. I don't want it to become war. It shouldn't become war. All right? If we let this thing become war, no one's going to win but the aliens, okay? Because we're just going to kill each other, not completely. We're going to destroy everything we've built. And then we're gonna lose all of our power. The aliens are gonna come in with the solution, and we have no choice but to give in to their solution, and we're done. All right. So there does not have to be a war, but we need to fix some things. We need to point out who these enemies are. All right. It's just a small group of people, and we need to change our thinking. All right. We need to change our thinking, but we do not need to hate each other. We do not need to put threats on each other, because that's exactly what they want. You are no better than an Alabama football fan if you threaten an Alabama football fan. Now, it's okay to criticize them, it's okay to correct them, but we need to keep things peaceful, okay? We need to keep things peaceful. We need to argue with knowledge, information, and common sense, and we do not need to argue with emotion, all right? Because I understand that some of these topics can get very emotional, especially when you have aliens that are taking over the world, but people just can't seem to get themselves to recognize this. But yeah, anyway, that's really what that's basically just some of the stuff I just want to talk about on here. But so yeah, it's been a pretty good day. I'm getting better at talking from the camera. I'm not stuttering as much as I was. So that's a positive. But you know, as I get better, this company will get better, and we will all get better together. So yeah. Anyway, I'll see y'all the next time I do a video. I'm out, y'all. Alright. Yeah. Bye. Bye. Bye.